What is up, guys, and welcome back to episode number 23 now of the My Player series here on YouTube. So, today's episode, we're going to wrap up the final two games of La Liga in which we are playing for the Giants, that is Valencia. You guys suggested as well that I should change around my pro, but we won't do that until after the World Cup has happened, which is after this episode, coincidentally, as well. And also on top of that, we also, you guys suggested to hand in a transfer request, which again, I will do, and I am planning on doing it after the World Cup, but I can't do it yet until that World Cup has happened, and even then, guys, I'm not expecting that to even be accepted here at Valencia. The chances are that will be declined very, very quickly with the fact of us only just joining, and we've had such a good back end to the season that they're just probably not going to want to let us go. So in terms of that one, I'm not expecting us to have that transfer request accepted, but I will put it in, as you guys did suggest that you guys wanted me to hand it in, so I will be doing that in the after the World Cup, which is in the next few episodes of the World Cup will be taking part. So, you know, we're going to have about 3 or 4 episodes of the World Cup in which we should be part of that World Cup squad. And in that case, we should have a good World Cup for ourselves. We'll just have to wait and see what goes on. But we have 2 more games in La Liga before we do, in fact, head over to the World Cup stage of the My Player series. And we may not even be part of that World Cup squad. But like I said to you guys, the chances are we're going to be. We've had such a good season here at Valencia. So there's no reason why we can't be part of that World Cup winning squad. But 10 minutes into the game here, in the penultimate games of the season, I tried to get myself a goal, but a very, very good block from the Malaga defender kept the score at 0-0, but the chance wasn't done there, as unfortunately we couldn't, our chance was done there rather, unfortunately we couldn't quite make anything happen. But 24 minutes in, Nani down the right hand side gets into position to have a go at the defender, takes him on and does exceptionally well, gets around him as well, feeds the ball into a teammate, but it's a good save by the Khomeini in the Malaga goal in the end. So a very, very good stop from the Malaga goalkeeper, keeps the score at 0-0. I asked for a shot, or I tried to drag the defender away there. I did drag him away just in time. Unfortunately, though, it was a very easy catch for Khomeini to actually do. And then from this, the Malaga goalkeeper was sort of weighing up his options, didn't really do anything all that quickly as it comes to Rosales on this right-hand side, I think it is. He gives the ball away, though, to my teammate, give it inside to my other teammate. I tried to take the defender on, I take him on brilliantly, and managed to draw a foul out of the centre-back in the form of... I don't actually know who that is for Malaga there. I was about to say Semedo, but it's not, it's actually Kone, which is, yeah. So we actually get a penalty here very, very early on, but you guys know my penalties aren't too brilliant in against the AI. I seem to miss them a hell of a lot. When I'm playing online, I do tend to just send them down the middle because the chances are it's a 50-50. If your opponent doesn't dive, you're going to score, and if he does dive, or rather if he doesn't dive, he's going to save it, and if he does dive, the chances are you're going to score anyway. So a lot of the time, I basically send my penalties down the middle, but this time I decided to go to the left, and had I have sent it down the middle, I would have in fact missed. So very happy that I didn't send it down the middle on this occasion. I managed to get the opening goal as well. And you guys know we're actually chasing the top 3 La Liga goal scorers of the season. We've only been here since January, so if we can get in there, I will regard this as a hugely successful season. I already think it's a hugely successful season already, but if we can get into that top 3, it'll be even more of a success in my opinion. And 39 minutes in, Malaga finally got themselves a chance in this one. It came down the left-hand side, whipped in across, a lovely ball it was as well. It wasn't dealt with by the team, and in all honesty, it should have been put in the back of the net as Malaga wasted a very good opportunity to get themselves back on level terms here. But 59 minutes in, again, it was us causing most of the danger in this game. Down the right-hand side, my teammate went and asked for the cross to be played in. He actually went and decided to go inside instead of playing it to me. It came to my teammate, and what a volley that is. An absolutely unbelievable finish against the goalkeeper of Khomeini's quality. It has to be brilliant to beat him, and it was in fact brilliant. What a volley this one is by my teammate, keeping it just low enough to go underneath the bar, but just high enough so it was out the reach of Khomeini in that goal. And you can see a top corner, top class finish there, and it made it 2-0 by the hands of Medran, and we were absolutely cruising in this one. 70 minutes in, and it comes all the way back from the goalkeeper as we get another chance in the game for ourselves. Go down the right hand side, I asked for the ball to be played, I get the ball played. At this point, Malaga was sort of not giving up, but they were sending way too many men forward. At this point, the defenders really couldn't cope, and it got to a position where I could square it across the face of goal, and Nani just simply slots that one home as he celebrates with me by giving me a hug. So there was that as well. Very good team play here on the side of Valencia, and the brilliance about it is the fact that, you know, I've spoken about it before. Even when I'm not scoring goals, the team are. However, the fact that I could have taken that on myself and tried to be selfish and wasn't, I was very happy the way that Nani scored that goal and then ran over to celebrate with me as well. He could have gone anywhere he wanted there, but he chose to come and celebrate with me after I did, in fact, give him the finish. And that was all that was left in the game, as we did, in fact, win it by 3 goals to 0. A comfortable win in the end, and I have to say, Malaga didn't really pose too much of a threat, did they? And since we've come in here at Valencia, we've only actually lost 1 game. I can't remember who that was against, though. It wasn't against Real Madrid, I don't think, and I don't think it was... well, it was in terms of that one. I think it was a the semi-final of the cup, but I don't think we've actually. I think we might have lost a league game as well. I'm not entirely sure. I think we've only lost one game, but whether or not it's a league game or a cup game, I'm not entirely sure. So you can see we did in fact lose against Real Madrid. I remember that off the top of my head, which we did actually go out on away goals. But I think we actually drew that game by a goal apiece. So in that one, I don't think that counts as a defeat. So in terms of the tie, we lost it, but in terms of the game, we didn't. So I don't know if that counts as our defeat or if we have lost to somebody else. But all I know is, in terms of league performance, we have been absolutely outstanding since we came here. So this is the second and final game of the season, as we came into it here looking for a goal to make sure that we could just sort of secure our position in terms of the top scorers in the Liga. But not only that, I wanted one more goal just to actually try and get myself on that plane ahead of the World Cup as well. So you can see we're taking on Granada here. Should be quite a comfortable game for us. We've just absolutely dominated Malaga in the last one. It should be quite comfortable. A similar thing here. As you can see, I'm definitely in the team. And I actually have to say as well, I was these games are like within the space of 2 days of each other, which has meant that my fitness was very low going into this one. You can see I am actually in the team though. I think I was the only name out of the top 3 there. The front 3, sorry, to actually retain my place. I think Nani and the other guy on the other side, the right winger, also missed out. So I was the only one to actually retain my spot. So that was very weird to see as well, the fact that I wasn't actually rested for this game. But I'm glad that I wasn't, because it means that I have a chance to get myself another goal before the end of the season. And 14 minutes into it, it was actually the opening goal of the game. A lovely teamwork goal involved in this one. You can see, ball comes to me eventually in the middle of the pitch. I give it off to my teammate. I wasn't expecting him to take the strike on, but he did. And he actually caught the goalkeeper by surprise. A low-driven shot into the bottom corner by my teammate. And inside 16 minutes of this game, we took the lead, and it was looking absolutely brilliant for us. A good start again. But I have to say, I mentioned just a second ago that I actually didn't expect him to take the strike on. I only ended up just passing him it just to see what was going to happen. And in the end, he took the strike on, and the keeper must have only been beaten due to the fact that it came so quickly, because other than that, it wasn't really the best of shots to really beat him. So having said that, he shouldn't have been beaten by a strike like that, but he was. And inside 37 minutes in, I was trying to get myself on a score sheet at this point. I wanted to get myself a goal. I was just thinking to myself, I really want a goal to make sure that I am on that plane. And the ball came into me, chance to get myself a goal in this one, but I had my effort way over the bar, and it was so poor for me in the end. And into the 78th minute we went. A cross comes in, yet again, not known for my aerial ability, but it was actually my teammate who met this one, and unfortunately though, it was still 1-0. But 89 minutes on the clock, and they committed men forward. Granada, they were very tight at this point. I asked the ball, through ball to be played. I couldn't take it in my stride, so I went around the defender, and that run there by my teammate opened up the space so much, and the Granada defender was too tired to get back to me, and then in the end, I just slotted that one home with a low-driven shot. 90th minute, sorry, meaning that we went 2-0 up, and I finally got myself on the score sheet. It took 90 minutes, guys, but we managed to do it as well. So he scored in the last 2 games of the season, one of them being a penalty, and also got an assist last game. And in this one, we've managed to get an assist and a goal as well. So we've been contributing to 4 goals in the last 2 games of this season. And on top of that, we're also hopefully going to be in the top 3 for goals in the season as well. Hopefully going to match it and make sure that we can, in fact, get in that top 3. I think we've hit 18 league goals on now. That puts us on that last goal there. So if you look at that, and you have to say 18 games on, I think we played 19 games in the Liga and hit 18 goals, which is absolutely incredible. So I'm very happy with my turnout here for Valencia, especially joining for 38.5 million. I questioned why they paid that much for us way back when I came here to Valencia, but then in the end, we've done quite well in the Liga. You can see there, I actually didn't know that this was a thing, so maybe I have to show you this a bit more. I actually didn't know that this bit was actually a bit of it. You can click on player performance and it'll actually show you there, but you can see from the match facts, we absolutely dominated Granada. They weren't even in the game, to be honest with you, so you can see the other results as they came in around there. I think Real Madrid had already won the league even before this episode kicked off. I'm pretty sure they were already way too out in front to be able to catch them. So I think, they were already crowned champions last episode. But it becomes official now, as that was the final game of the episode, of the season, sorry. And you can see, we're actually looking to see if we do, in fact, have our position in that World Cup squad. We actually did manage to finish in 3rd as well, joint with Bessam Ben Yedder, both on 18 goals. Bale beating me to the punch for 2nd with 19. And then Ronaldo way out in front with 30 goals from 38 league appearances. He's just so damn good, isn't he? So there is that. But hopefully, next season, if we do stay at Valencia, we'll be able to get ourselves as many goals as Ronaldo scored there and keep up with the performance that we have had. I'll show you the squad report in a second. You can see, I do believe we've actually played 19 Premier League, 18 La Liga games and scored 18 goals with 3 assists, which is a goal a game and more than a goal a game goal contribution. But 19 goals, 3 assists from 20 overall appearances here since joining over from Hull City is absolutely incredible. What a season we have had in the back end of it here in La Liga. So hopefully next season, if my transfer request doesn't in fact get accepted, I don't mind staying here at Valencia. I will happily stay here. And hopefully we can continue to be able to get ourselves into the position of an elite goal scorer at the club. And also on top of that, become an elite goal scorer in the world as well. And hopefully at some point win World Player of the Year. That's going to be the objective of the series. But before that, we obviously competing in the World Cup. So we want to try and make sure that we can get ourselves into a position in which we can try and win a World Cup, much like the 1966 World Cup winning squad was. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that will become an outcome for us. You can see there, we are waiting on the news to see if we are in fact going to be part of that World Cup winning squad. It was tense, man. I was thinking to myself, I've got to be in it. If I'm not in it, there's something seriously wrong. And I was just really waiting for it, to be honest with you. I mean, it was to be expected. If I'm not in there, you know, there's got to be an uproar as to why I'm not. Having scored a goal a game in the Liga. Yes, it is the Liga, so I guess you could say it's a bit of a weaker league compared to Premier League. But we are, as you can see, in the England team for the World Cup coming up. So very happy with that one. Made it onto the plane for the World Cup, and I can't wait to show you some international gameplay. I'm yet to score for England, I'm pretty sure, in friendlies. I don't know if I've ever scored in the World Cup build-up. I'm going to try, because you don't actually have a record for England games and goals. I will try and keep it updated and tell you guys as and when we in fact hit them, and I'll try and make sure that I have a list of how many goals we've scored in how many appearances for our national team, because you unfortunately can't actually see them in the game itself. So other than that, you can see me here just doing a bit of training, as we're almost an 85 rated player, looking to hit that just before we in fact do go over to the World Cup. I have to say, guys, I cannot wait for this World Cup to begin, and hopefully we can get ourselves into the final, because that would be absolutely mental to play in a final here. But we are coming towards the end of this episode of the My Player Career Mode. If you have enjoyed, smash that like button. As always, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe, and you will never miss an upload on the channel. I upload twice a day at 4 o'clock and 6 p.m. UK time, so make sure you always come back at those two times. And I've been Danny, and I'm out. Adios.